Shabbat Shalom. It's so wonderful to be here, to be back here. I don't remember, Cantor, how many years ago was I here?
I think it was well before COVID.
It was well before COVID, 3 years. And I remember it was during the time of a terrible fire. It was my first time being out here for these fires that you have come to, I don't know if you get accustomed to them, but that have become part of our lives. And I just remember so deeply how embraced and safe I felt coming into this community during that time. Even though driving on the highway, I could see the blaze, and that was very shocking to me as an East Coaster. I remember everyone's embrace and warmth, and I'm so grateful to be back. And thank you to Rabbi Yoshi and Cantor Emma for having me. So I flew in from New York this morning. I'm starting to feel a little bit tired. I just want to be honest with you. No, but I say that because oftentimes when I introduce this piece of music, I kind of make a joke about how in Brooklyn, where I've lived for many years, people are talking a lot about mindfulness. And I normally say wherever I am, are they talking about that in Tulsa? But I know that here in Los Angeles, you may have been talking about that a little bit. My wife, who's a cantor, is also a dedicated meditator and practitioner of yoga and all things that are kind of in that realm. And me being the sort of naturally high-strung New Yorker that I am with 2 young kids, I have a difficult time with that type of thing. And a number of years ago, she said to me kind of gently, more than one time, maybe, Elana, you should think about maybe try sitting a little bit, or and when the person that you love suggests a few times, or more than once, that you try something, you say, okay, I guess maybe there's something here. So a couple of years ago, I embarked on sort of a little bit of exploration for myself, trying to find a way to sit quietly and just be. And as you can imagine, and maybe you've had this experience, it was quite difficult for me. I was not good at it. I know that meditation is not about being good at it, but I can tell you that I was not good at it. And just like in music and other things that I've done in my life, I know that practicing is part of it. So I've been practicing. And over the course of that year of trying to find something that I could sit with, I came upon a practice that has really been meaningful to me, that I'd love to share with you, that I'm sure many of you have heard of. It's called loving kindness meditation, or metta. I already see some Los Angeles heads nodding. I love that. So the basic premise of this, I'm going to super paraphrase it, is that rather than focusing on your breath, let's say, while you sit, or focusing on a mantra or a word that you repeat, in loving kindness meditation, the idea is that we can become vessels of love, kindness, blessing, light, whatever the metaphor is that speaks to you. If we practice, we can turn ourselves in that direction whenever we want to, and even when we don't want to. That's the powerful part of it. And so when you sit in loving kindness meditation, you come up with a series of phrases. They can be anything, but they're usually, really they're blessings. And they're usually like, may I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, things like that. And in the practice, you sit and you first direct those blessings towards yourself, with this understanding that there's a little bit of brokenness and a little bit of healing that's required in each of us, and we know that that's part of our tradition as well. And so you direct those, you sit quietly, and inside of your mind, you direct those blessings at yourself. May I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy. And then the teacher that I listen to then has you picture someone who is a force of good in your life, someone who makes you happy, someone who brings you joy. You picture that person, then you direct those blessings at that person. May you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy. You picture them, and you cycle through. And then you know what's coming next, I bet, some of you. You have to picture someone who is not good for you, someone who's not a force of blessing in your life, someone who's challenging, it makes you upset. You picture that person, and then you have to offer those blessings to them. May you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy. It's hard. And I can tell you, after doing this practice now for pretty much every day for a couple of years, it makes a difference. I've even had the experience a couple of times, even during COVID, of bumping into somebody who is difficult for me, who I've been secretly blessing behind their backs every day. And you know what? It softens your edges a little bit. It makes it a little bit softer. So as I've been doing this practice, I've noticed a number of parallels with the blessing that we're taught is the oldest blessing in our tradition. The Priestly Benediction, or Birkat Kohanim, it's the one that you hear at all the most important moments in a Jewish life cycle. At a baby naming or a bris, a wedding, b'nai mitzvah, you hear the words, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, right? May God bless you and keep you. May God be kind to you. May God grant you peace. You hear the structure is very similar. And except in our version of this kind of blessing, of this kind of structure, we have a beautiful additional piece, which is that in Jewish tradition, the community actually has a line in that script as well. It's not just the clergy person blessing, may God bless you and keep you, may God be gracious to you, may God grant you peace, but actually in between each line, the community that has to witness these beautiful moments has a line. They say, Ken Yehi Ratson. Can you say that? Ken Yehi Ratson. Ken Yehi Ratson, may it be so. And it's always so touching to me that it's like it's baked into the DNA of our tradition that we shouldn't experience any of these big life cycle moments on our own, or just us being blessed, that actually the community has a line in the script to hold us up. And I don't know how many of you have experienced this. I imagine many of us have been to, now, during this COVID pandemic, a Zoom b'nai mitzvah, and a Zoom wedding, and a Zoom bris. And you know what? At home, Ken Yehi Ratzon, you can feel that community surrounding with blessing the new wedding couple or the new life that's entered our community. So I would love to take this last moment before we turn to concluding prayers to share in a moment of communal blessing together. I'd love to share with you a piece that I've written. It's not really a prayer. It's not really a meditation, or it's like a thing that I've written that I'd love to share with you. I'll invite you to sit with me as though we were sitting together in quiet contemplation. Sometimes the word meditation is scary for people. It is for me too. So the part that we're going to sing together goes like this. Ken Yehi Ratzon, Ken Yehi Ratzon. Try. Ken Yehi Ratzon, Ken Yehi Ratzon. Beautiful. May I find my way back home. May I find my way back home. Ken Yehi Ratzon? Ken Yehi Ratzon. Ken Yehi Ratzon. Then we end a little different. May I find my way back home. Try that. May I find my way back home. So I'm going to close my eyes for a lot of this. I invite you to close your eyes if that makes you feel more comfortable. If it doesn't make you feel comfortable, don't close your eyes. That's the entire point. Make yourself more comfortable. We begin with ourselves. We are all in need of love. We are all deserving of holding. We are all deserving of embrace. We are all deserving of light. We are all deserving of wholeness and love. We open up our hearts and we offer ourselves this blessing. May I be safe. May I be free. May I find space to just be. We sing, Ken Yehi Ratson, Ken Yehi Ratson, Ken Yehi Ratson. May I find my way. May I find my way back home. Ken Yehi Ratson, Ken Yehi Ratson. May I find my way back home. And we call to mind someone who is good to us, someone whose face makes us smile, someone who knows us, someone who really sees us and sees who we are and knows in our hearts what we feel. Someone who reaches out, someone who takes our hand when we need help. Even when we don't know that we need help, they're there for us, a force of good in our lives. We open up our hearts and we offer them this blessing. May you be safe, may you be safe, may you be free, may you be free, may you find space, may you find space, space to just be. We sing, can you hear Ratson? Can you hear Ratson? Can you hear Ratson? May you find your way back home. Can you hear Ratson? Can you hear Ratson? May you find your way back home. We call to mind someone who is difficult for us, someone who is a challenge, someone who we don't understand. Even though we try, even though we've tried and we've tried and we've tried again and again and again and again, they don't understand us, we don't understand them. Someone who causes pain, someone who causes us confusion, someone who makes us feel small. We open up our hearts and we try to offer them this blessing. May you be safe, may you be safe, may you be free, may you be free, may you find space, may you find space, space to just be. Can you hear Ratson? Can you hear Ratson? Can you hear Ratson? May you find your way back home. Can you hear Ratson? Can you hear Ratson? May you find your way back home. And we call to mind all that is good here, all the love in this community, all the love in this room, all the love on the stream, in the hundreds of homes of people who are with us, connecting them to us, connecting us to them. Good people who show up, good people who wear masks and sing loudly through their masks and do things with some strange woman who came from New York and makes them sing loudly through their masks. We are so grateful. I am so grateful. All the good that we do, all the good that we can do when we show up, when we say yes, when we extend our hands to one another. We open up our hearts and we offer ourselves this blessing. May we be safe, may we be free, may we be free, may we find space, may we find space, space to just be. Can you hear Ratson? Can you hear Ratson? Can you hear Ratson? May we find our way back home. Can you hear Ratson? Can you hear Ratson? May we find our way back home. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much.